Hello, this is Diomedes. Um, yeah, we're about to join up in the queue for a KTK Swiss Draft, triple cons. Um, it took me a real long time to get used to this format just because there's so much to do. There's so much going on at any given time. There's so many options. Uh, One thing that I've learned about the format is that it is better to just dump creatures on the board as morphs, and then this way you have more options further down the line for combat tricks involving either cards in your hand, flipping cards up, or both. Um, Another thing about the format is that a player is ahead, once one of the two players is ahead, it's very, very hard to change that. The format is very punishing. The cards are very punishing. Um, and because of that, a lot of people say that it's a slow format, and which is true. It's not the fastest format that there's been, but it usually isn't just with the first set in a block. Um, but because it's very hard to play catch up in this format. Um, it's very important that your early curve is effective. So basically, going through the more and more I draft the set, the more I find that one and two drops make the difference in games, not the six and seven drops. Which sounds ridiculous, but and of course, there are bombs like flying crane technique and stuff like that. There's some unstoppable bombs, of course, and yeah, they're expensive. But as far as commons and uncommons go, the one and two drops really kind of make the format, and they make the deck in this format. Um, as far as the different clans, a lot of people like to draft five color morph after the current world champion or whatever his name is. That's the deck he drafted and won with. Um, that's difficult because if you have a whole table full of players drafting five color morph, then it's usually not going to go so well. Um, my my version of that is I like to draft what I call five color junk, and this sometimes that's what I'll choose to do. I will literally draft every single gold card that comes my way without looking at mana, and then or every single piece of mana fixing, with rare exception. Um, and then I'll figure out the mana later with banners. And it sound a lot of people tell me banners are unplayable in this format. I think that's not the case. Not all the time, at least. They're definitely not first pick material or anything. But because nobody is playing any banners ever, it creates a lot of opportunity to create really crazy five color ramp decks. And I've done that in this format. So that's my version of five color morph. Is five color? I call it five color junk or five color ramp. With basically every single gold card I can find and banners and multi lands. That's just what you do. You just grab everything, and then somehow it sometimes wins. um, and then people think that they were beaten by five color morph, but they weren't. They were beaten by five color junk. On the flip side, as I said, the format is deceptively fast. People think it's not fast, but it is. Um, the right tempo in this format is can be obscene. We're talking the Death Touch warrior into Skull Hunter, into Mardu War Chief, into War Shrieker, into Morph. I mean, that's basically the ideal opening, and that is the first 5 hands. And if you don't have an answer, if you're on the play and you don't have an answer to that, you're going to be at 8 on turn 4 or 5 when you're just dropping your first or second creature. Um, and then what happens is your options are limited because you don't have the time to react. So I disagree with when people say that this is a slow format. I think it's a very fast format. Um, I think I think that it's difficult to play catch up in this format. And those are my thoughts on this. I mean, it's a little bit late. It's 10:30 here, so I'd like it if this queue filled up a little bit faster. Mostly because I'm running out of things to say. But silly me. I figured that I would just dump my life advice about cons into this few minutes, and then everybody would be happy. This is the second draft I'm going to record this evening. The first one I had before I started the first one, I recorded a 10-second test video just to make sure all the settings were right for the video and for the audio and whatnot. And then I recorded the draft in all 3 rounds, which came out to be an hour and 45 minutes. Man, I was talking the whole time. So of course, when it came down to editing, I open up the program and accidentally permanently delete the wrong file. So I thought I was deleting the 8-second video. Turns out I was deleting the hour and 45-minute video. So my voice is a little bit shot. Excuse me, didn't mean to cough in your ear. So I have a bottle of water, and hopefully I'll be able to talk all 3 rounds through this. Oh. Okay, so the queue is filling up, which is nice. All right, and away we go. I'm really glad too, because I was about to start telling bad jokes. I was totally out of material there. All right, Mantis Rider. Oh wow, this is a great Jeskai pack. All right, a lot of people don't like picking a tricolor card as their first card, as their first pick. It's understandable because if you get cut in that clan, then you're screwed. I am. I'm not going to say I'm more apt to do it, but I'm definitely more apt to do so than other players, and especially so. I'm looking at. The reason I would be doing it is because if I didn't take Mantis Rider, I think the second most powerful card here is Ride Down. Maybe Trumpet Blast, but I'm not first picking a Trumpet Blast. Ride Down is extremely underrated. I think it's an amazing card. It's extremely aggressive. It's an answer to just about anything, but we're going to take the Mantis Rider because there's a lot of Jeskai here, and something good's going to wheel. So let's keep ourselves in Jeskai. I don't think I want to. There's nothing here that screams that we want to do something else. But our options here. I mean, Flayer's not bad, but I don't want to do the 5-color junk like I was saying. I think our options here are Bondkin or Weapon Master, and Weapon Master is one of those cards that always comes deceptively late. Like it's pretty normal actually to get a pick 10 or 11 Weapons Master. Cruise is also one of those cards that gets, it's just a common. There's just a lot of them that gets thrown into the pool. So, for some reason, like I was saying with those 2 drops that make the game, we're going to go with the Bondkin. Maybe the Weapon Master might actually wheel. That'll be interesting to see. I wish that Howl the Horde was playable in this format. I really do. And here we start to see exactly why I like my 5-color junk idea. Because Armament Corps is just so strong. It is just so ridiculously strong, and this pick here might actually force me into doing five colored junk, just because I could take the expert, the Rough Rider. I'd be I'd have to splash black to be in, but the Armament Corps is just such a strong card. All right, so I'm gonna take the Armament Corps. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Armament Corps. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep Jeskai in mind, but I'm not gonna. And I'm gonna try not to get married to Asban. That's what I have a bad tendency to once I pick once third or fourth. If I try to change gears, and here we go back to Jeskai. I've got a pretty bad tendency. Once I change gears, I have difficulty changing back. But this High Spire Mantis is a fantastic card. Snowhorn Rider is okay. And then there's a lot of other Jeskai here that I wouldn't mind. You know, the kill shot's good, the Kieran's good, Disdainful Stroke is good. I think I don't know why Weave Fate is so underplayed in this format, and it's not because it's bad. It's just because everything else is so good. Um, you rarely see Weave Fate in winning decks, even with prowess on almost anything Jeskai. Alabaster Kieran's pretty good, but High Spire Mantis is better, and it's in our colors. Excuse me, so far. A lot of people like Active Treason, and I am not one of them. I do not like the card. I don't. I mean, it's very situational. I say as I click a Smite the Monstrous. I think I am going to go for our first removal as a Smite here, over the Valley Dasher and over the Monastery Flock. But Monastery Flock is a highly valued card in this format. An 05 flyer really locks down the air. Um, oh, yeah, I'm going to go with Flock over the Smite. Just because, uh, first off, it's in Jeskai. Second off, we're gonna. So far, our battles are looking very aerial, and here's a good time to pick up some fixing over the Valley Dasher. I think that's the right move. Yeah. Just before starting, I was saying how important two drops are, and Valley Dasher is a great card, but I think it's a much better card in Mardu and not Jeskai. Um, Two for a 2/2 with haste. It's a formidable pick. It's a great aggressive card. It's just not the great aggressive card that we want in this deck. What two drops would I be looking for? Seeker of the Way, Jeskai Student. Are there any good black two drops that we want? And this is some weirdness right here. I mean, I guess take the Act of Treason just because it's the only playable card in our colors, right? I, I could hate draft the long shot squad. I don't know. Act of Treason gets a lot of people say Act of Treason's good, but I'm gonna hate draft the long shot squad. That's what we're gonna do. Just because we have fly, we're Jeskai, we're evasioning things, we're flying things. We don't need any archers shooting our stuff down. So here we go. We're looking at Disdainful, Shrieker, and Monstrous. Smite the Monstrous. Stroke is good, but we're going to see a lot more of them because people don't like it. I don't know why. It's very good though. So the choice is between Smite and Mardu War Shrieker. And we don't have any removal yet, so I'm going to go with Smite. And I do want to point out that we have no red removal, which is not great. Oh, we were just talking about no removal, and we get past the Singing Bell Strike. But Trumpet Blast is such a strong card, and I don't like Singing Bell Strike at all. Yeah, we're gonna take the Trumpet Blast. Trumpet Blast is one of those cards that, if when it comes down to it, you can really regret not taking it. um, yeah, that's pretty worthless. So we're gonna take the Erase, I guess, as a sideboard card. And Tigum Scheming is, I don't know. Tigum Scheming is a fantastic Sultai deck card. It's amazing. First turn tap land, second turn Scheming. I think you could third turn a Howling Mandrills, which is great. But we're not in Sultai, nor do we plan to be. In a situation like this, towards the end, I usually just take the only creature. Guess nobody's in Sultai. Maybe we should start thinking about this. And I don't know. At the end of pack one, we have 7 playables. One of them's a land. Oh, come on, really? We might be splashing black for Armament Corps. Black and green? Oh, good God. Maybe we splash just green for Trap Essence. There's no first pick on color cards here. Not a single one. I'm looking at Trap Essence over the Corpse just because it's the only... Maybe 5-color junk is an option right at this point. We should take the Corpse. I mean, Bloodfire Mentor's okay, but it's not a first pick card. We're going to take Trap Essence just because it's the least off base from where we are. I think it's undervalued. I think it's a fantastic card. It's a counter spell with 1 blue, so people don't usually see it coming. This was not the pack 2 that I wanted to open. It's just not. Savage Knuckleblade, really? So are we looking at a 4-color deck at this point? I mean, maybe we could take the Feat of Resistance, but Knuckleblade is just really strong. It's in 2 of our colors anyway. We might be making the shift to 5-color junk. Or maybe 4-color junk. It's not that... I could take the Feat here. I really could. The Hate Blade's not bad, but none of them are on the same level as Knuckleblade. Canyon Lurkers? I'm not taking Canyon Lurkers over Knuckleblade. Are we looking at a teamer deck here? What does our deck look like with a splash of white, maybe? What do we have that's white? We got the Mantis, we got the 2 Mantises. Maybe we're looking at 4 colors? Hi, what a disaster. I think at this point we have to start making decisions. I mean, we could look at the options here are Shrieker, Jeskai, Hooting Mandrills, Windscarred Crag, maybe Witness of the Ages, but not really. I think that I think at this point we're gonna lean towards 4-color junk. Maybe I don't know. We have the Corpse. Maybe we'll go crazy. 4-color junk. What do we want? Maybe Mandrills, or War Shrieker, or even the Crag. The Crag is own color. Barrage of Boulders isn't bad, but we're going to see it later. I think it's either War Shrieker or Windscarred Crag. Crag. I never pick up enough fixing, so we're going to go with Crag. And towards the end, we're going to start picking up those banners. Don't really have enough red to support Arrow Storm. but it's the best card in the deck. Except, I mean, we already have a Trumpet Blast. We don't have any token makers. Alpine Grizzly's not bad, and it would go with our teamer theme that we seem to be somehow drafting into. This is just going badly. I'm gonna take Arrowstorm because it's in both teamer and Jeskai. So now wherever we end up, I think that'll fit. Monastery Phlox was second or third, and so is Grizzly and Trumpet Blast, but I think Arrowstorm is too good to pass here. You can. I don't know what the right decisions are. I guess that's what the game is all about, right? White green, so this is basically a green white one. Awaken the Bear is pretty good. Leaping Master's okay. I want to stay. I think Jeskai Wind Scout's the right pick here. I wish I had more time to think about it. Yeah, at this point we're looking at a 4-color deck. Not affecting anything. So we need both teamer. Oh, Jesus. Okay, stay away from those. Those deflecting palm's not that great. Sultai is Sultai, and that's not. We don't need to add a 5th color at this point. Bloodfire Expert's not bad. We got the Archer. We got a Crag. Smoke Teller's not bad. It's just that it doesn't do anything. It's just a 2/2. And that's the problem with it, is that it's just a 2/2. We're looking at the Archer at this point, unless we want to go with the Crag. I wish it had green in it. No, we're going 5-color junk. That's just what's going on right now. I talked about it earlier. I got you guys watching me. And of course I don't get past a gold card here. Why would I? We don't have any delves so far. This can come in. You can come in. We want to stay away from double drops, so we've got to take out the Arrowstorm at some point. Looking at either Set Adrift, which I don't really like, or Unyielding Krumar, which is even worse. So I'm going to go with Set Adrift. Sultai Charm, like I said. Just going for anything gold at this point. I'm actually a little bit bent out of shape that this draft went down the way it did. I mean, Tormenting Voice isn't bad. Bloodfire Mentor's not bad. Force Away's not bad. Force Away's really not bad. But I don't think I'm picking it over Sultai Charm. Yeah, I need more removal. Force Away's removal, because it just comes back the next turn. I don't know what the heck that's doing in here this late. I really don't. But I don't think that we have the deck for it as well. So I'm going to go with either the Parapet or the Mentor. I think it's the Parapet. And then we can start bringing ourselves more towards black. Roar of the Challenge we are definitely a Roar of the Challenge deck. I'll tell you that. Barrage of Boulders, same thing. Although I don't mind the Weave Fate, I like Barrage of Boulders better. Dragon Grip is such a strong card. It's very undervalued. Start taking banners towards the end. I'll tell you, I'm just drafting like junk tonight because the other draft didn't go much better than this. But at least we're drafting 5-color junk. What don't I like here? I wish you could group separately. That would be good. Whoa, holy 3 drops. Not a lot of them are morphs. Alright. Take the Bloodstained Mire, because I like fetch lands. Okay, this is where we get rewarded for doing stupid things. Yes, I'll take an Ankle Shanker. This is just such a win condition card. This is so amazing. I mean, the other option would be Tuskguard Captain or Jeskai Charm, but Ankle Shanker is just head and shoulders above everything else. Ankle Shanker is so good. Sort this by color. And what's interesting about 5-color junk is that I actually want to avoid being in a lot of one color. So I'll actually probably try to get. I'll probably dump. I can't see myself playing the Arrow Storm. Barrage of Boulders is fantastic. Probably one Shambling Attendant's enough. I don't need two. And we start. This is when. Wow. Okay, we're actually starting to see good stuff here. We started out with a lot of red, white, and blue, so the Mystic Monastery is really, really appealing. I don't think we have a lot of morphs, which is bad. Bring Low is I think Bring Low is going to replace our Arrow Storm. The Tri-Land is really tempting. The Secret Plans is tempting, but yeah. I think Mardu Rough Rider here. How are we doing on creatures? We need 12 creatures. It's either Mardu, because we don't have enough morphs to really support Trail of Mystery. But it's either Mardu or Saltwater Cliffs. And we need to start picking up some fixing. Big time. I'll tell you that. Big time. But he's really strong. Oh, he's not that strong, though. Saltwater Cliffs. Saltwater Cliffs over that? Really? Okay. Let's see what kind of morphs we have just before we pass. We don't have, like, any morphs. Oh, man. I don't know how this is going to go, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, options here are Dismal Backwater, Krumar Bondkin, Smite the Monstrous. Sultai Ascendancy. It's actually just what the doctor ordered. I wish that I decided to go 5-color junk a little bit earlier. The Horde Chief is a fantastic. And yeah, we're low on creatures. Let's grab the Horde Chief over the fixing. Mandrills? Yeah, I think it's gonna be Mandrills here. I think, yeah. It's got Delve. Nice big old fatty. Yeah, tempted to take the Foil Mountain. It's either going to be the Backwater, the Dragon Scale Boon, or the Tormenting Voice. Don't have a lot of combat tricks, so I'm going to go with the Boon. But the Voice is a close second. Voice. I'm not expecting this to go exceptionally well, I'll tell you that. I'm going to take the Bloodfire Expert over the Leaping Master. Let's get some draw in there, because that's what we're going to need. Not getting the banners that I want to get towards the end here. What did I do? Whenever I draft this, I always feel like the person that screwed up the draft for everybody else. And that might have been what just happened. I converted mana cost. Okay, we got to cut a lot out of the 3-drop zone. A lot. We have 16 creatures. I don't want to go below 13. Let's group them separately, see what we look like. What do I like? What don't I like? Parapet's not bad. Bondkind is okay. This got real stupid real fast, didn't it? So basically, we've got a few walls. We got some big fatties. Not a lot of morphs, which is so silly. Maniac Tracker? Yeah, you're not gonna make the cut. I'm sorry. Probably Shambling Attendants. It's a close one. Let's see what's going on down here. We got 14 other cards that are not creatures. So let's concentrate on these. Dragon Grip, nope. Trumpet Blast, maybe? Am I really thinking about cutting a Trumpet Blast? How's that for a question? We have very little prowess. We have very little token generate. We have no token generators? That's good. Oh, we got Horde Chief. It's just a disaster, isn't it? I like Roar of the Challenge a lot in this deck. The Ascendancy and the Banner, I'm not sure about because we picked up a lot of lands. We'll see what that looks like later. I'm kind of liking Set Adrift. Trumpet Blast is really kind of on my radar for being cut here. Maybe Trap Essence as well. Got a lot of Delve going. We got three Delve cards. I wish I took a Treasure Cruise, but I'm not sure if Ascendancy's worth it. An interesting way to play Sultai Ascendancy is just put everything in the graveyard and then just, use it for Delve later. Not sure if that's what we're going to be needing though. Wow. I think I'm cutting Ascendancy here. Yeah, it's good, but we have other card draw. And I like the other card draw better. I kind of want to stay around 15 creatures, so let's keep looking down here. That Trumpet Blast, I don't think you're staying, buddy. See what it looks like without that. And the Bloodfire Expert is oddly aggressive for this deck. It's a very strange card to have in here. So that's what I'm looking at cutting next. But maybe we need it. Like, to hold off morphs, we have two, 1, 2 here. Our early game is going to suffer. Unless we get exactly the right mana. We don't have a lot of morphs. I like the Flock. Alright, we got 5 minutes to figure this out. Stop just staring at the screen. Let's do something about it. I'm gonna dish the Expert. Yeah, I think that's the right move. And then let's add some lands. See what it looks like over here. It looks like absolute crap. So let's just add you guys to deck. Sort by color. Sort by, we gotta combine them. We got more green than anything else, I guess, but who knows? I'm not counting everything. feel like we have a lot of black. We have one, two, but we don't need a lot. Well, sorry, I feel like we don't need these swamps. So let's take out a swamp, put in a dismal backwater. Let's take out another swamp, put in a bloodstained mire. Take out a plains, put in a windscarred crag. Take out an island, tranquil cove. Take out another mountain. Yeah, let's take out another mountain. Saltwater cliffs. And one for good luck. It's actually pretty normal for me to play 18 lands in a 41 card deck. I don't know why. It's a habit. I started doing it in the old MTGO client. I can't. Some crazy cards I'm not playing here. I'm not playing Arrow Storm, and I'm not playing Trumpet Blast. Our win conditions are looking like. Let's figure this out. Okay, so how many black sources do we have? 1, 2, 3 and a half. So Swamp is our 41st card. And submit. Oh, I was the last one. Alright, straight into round 1. Let's do it. We're either really going to win or we're really going to lose. And to be honest, this is why I like playing Swiss. It's fun to draft, but when things go absolutely horribly wrong, like they just did, at least you have a solid 2 hours of entertainment ahead of you. Yep, let's play. I always get punished for keeping 2 land hands, but I maybe next time we'll draw. I refuse to mulligan a 2 land hand on the play. I think I just refuse to mulligan a 2 land hand ever. He just mulled to 5. And that is why I don't do that. Literally. Our opponent mulled to 5 cards, and he'll probably beat us. No, I shouldn't say that. We're going to think positive thoughts. He might beat us if we don't get over the screw we're encountering. Okay, could really use a land at any moment here. The good news is that I was going to say we're both mana screwed, but turns out we're not. Crippling Chill. That would make sense. Yeah. Then we'll play the, I'm going to play the Flock as face down. At this point, I'm actually happy that with the Flock dying because it'll speed us up towards Mandrills. So if he swings with Teller, I'm going to block with the Flock. It's really nice that the guy that mulled to 5 gets more land than us. Awaken the Bear would be bad here. Yep. Maybe not. What are we thinking about? Yeah, there you go. I didn't want to dead drop the Horde Chief just in case I brick next turn again. Did I forget to put lands in the deck? Took me long enough to get there, but I think we're almost stabilized. What I'd like him to do is outlast the long shot squad and just sit for a minute. Because I am drawing way too much green and no green cards. I could really use a swamp for better revelations at this point. That would open me up to the Asban whatevers that I don't have in my hand, I guess. I guess the whole thing about 5-color morphs is that they're morphs. And you're able to play them, huh? Guess we're learning that the hard way. Hooting Mandrills, I think. Yep. Ask and ye shall receive. I guess we could play Mandrills of our own. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Just because his are shinier does not mean that he has an advantage. The reason I didn't play Bitter Revelations last turn was because I'd already played a land for the turn. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to draw into a multi-land and then drop it, hopefully something with a color that I don't have. What are we going to be looking at here? What are the options here? Does he have Trumpet Blast? Does he have... That's what I'm thinking. Just because he has to have something. I don't think... And if I block the longshot archers with my first striker, he's got to be able to kill it. Are we looking at Ride Down, maybe? No. Oh, this is Teamer Charm. That's what this is. With distributing 2 +1/+1 counters. Okay. Let's do that. 4... And if I'm right, by the way, I think I deserve a small medal on this one. I think that's how we're blocking for Teamer Charm. Oh, okay. That would be interesting. A little bit of weird. This is just strange. That was a weird attack. Do we recast Mandrills here? He's got 2 cards in hand. Can't just sit here and take it, right? Got to get something on the board at this point. Let's get that down. I can't believe I just played around Teamer Charm. I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do. So what we're going to do here is throw Mandrill. Do we continue to play around Teamer Charm? Because that's the only thing that could have been. It's the only thing that makes... Oh, I guess not. Thank you for making this decision for us. Does Teamer Charm even add the +2/+2? That's going to sting a little. I guess the question is, can I take 11? Does it matter? Yeah, sure. All the, I don't know. That's game, actually, because of the trample. We didn't draw a single multi-land. And the Bitter Revelations is now a dead card in our hand. So our opponent mulliganed to 5 and still came back and whooped our ass because for some reason he's got better... You know what? Let's just continue letting him draw cards against us when he doesn't... or show us cards. Come on. Crippling Chill again. Pretty good tempo. Alright. But, you know what? That's a pretty strong deck. Really is. I don't know what to do about it. Just run it back. I think he's got us beat, but good for him, I guess. Once again, we are going to keep a 2-land hand on the play. I just can't mull it. I hate mulliganing. You know, it makes perfect sense that running 18 lands, you get 2 back-to-back on the play. That makes sense. This is the magic gods punishing me for of course you would. For running 41 cards, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, this guy's got a great deck. And I'm 2 for 2 on Screw. That's pretty incredible. Just gonna be one of those drafts, I guess. But you know what? This is why we play Swiss. We screwed around. We got mana screwed twice in a row when we shouldn't have. Black, blue, white. Would have been nice if we got that a turn earlier. Oh, whatever. Really hoping just to grab something to pull out of this. Chill is a dang good card in this situation. Really is. And the looter, the loot is getting him closer to whatever he wants to delve. He's got a pretty good thing going for him right here. I really hope that this just doesn't continue like this the whole draft. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's hard to be upbeat when you're taking 5 damage a turn with for no reason and no answers. Well, the good news is that I can block something. This is gonna be bad. This is a what not to do, right? I guess this is why those really good players. I'm just gonna sack the embodiment. I guess this is why those really good players don't choose tricolor cards as their first pick. I think that's what happened here. Wow, this guy just walked on me. That was just no contest. All right, we're gonna pause it, and I'll be back for round 2. All right, we are back. We're about to go into round 2. Holding up the rest of the guys, I guess. We're on the bottom, so hopefully we could turn this around a little bit. Hopefully I'd like to be looking for some opening hands that have multi-lands. That would be good. I really feel as though the deck that we have has not been given the opportunity to shine yet. Mostly because of mana issues, and I thought that we drafted enough fixing with lands, but maybe not. In previous versions when I'd done this deck, I usually included a few banners. I'm starting to think that maybe that was a mistake. I want to say that maybe we should have played the Ascendancy, the Sultai Ascendancy, but we haven't drawn a single black source of mana yet. despite the fact that there are, I think, 5 in the deck, or 6. Well, I like the deck because it's a little bit random. I don't like it because it loses. So let's see what happens here. Got 20 seconds. And then this time, if given the option, I think I might actually draw. But I don't know. I can't draw. You just can't draw in this format, because you always have to maintain position. So I guess the answer is just pray for a 3-land opening hand, because we can't seem to draw land for the life of us today. Yeah. See how it goes down. So we're going to keep a 2-lander again, but this time we're on the draw. Let's see what it does for us. I don't like this already. Oh boy. The format is defined by the 2-drops. Morphs are really good, but 2-drops are what make this really, really. That's what makes or breaks this deck. You gotta be kidding me. This is gonna go very badly very quickly. This is probably the worst draft I've ever had. And as we were saying at the beginning of the video, that the starting tempo is extremely important. And this guy really just tore out of the barrel. And we have no answers. This is just sad. Yep, that's game. I don't even know if there was anything we could have drawn there. That guy did a fantastic job of tearing us apart. Wow. He wouldn't even hit his 3rd color. Alright. I want to throw in the Bloodfire Expert just to get something on the board a little bit earlier than what we're looking at. Maybe I won't. Shambling Attendants. I think we have to play first against a deck like this. Like, wow. We actually have a hand with land. This is fantastic. Let's do good things with it. wish that we were always this easy. It was a toss-up there whether I dropped the morph or the expert. I think the morph is the better option because we can swing with the morph into a morph, unmorph it into a wall if he blocks, and then cast the expert if we want to. At least that's what I was thinking. Holy moly, this deck is actually shaping up to be something right here. I'm going to keep the pressure up. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to swing just with the morph, so I'm going to keep the Bondkin back because I think the first strike is very valuable against this deck. Okay, he didn't block, which tells me he wants to keep it. He didn't want to do the trade morph for morph. So if he swings into us, I'm tempted to bring it low. Dun dun dun. But if he does swing into us, I'm being pretty tempted to block with the Bloodfire Expert. The reason I dropped that was there's no good reason. I guess, yeah. So let's see what happens here. If he doesn't block, you know what? Screw it. Let's just swing away, right? He blocks Karen. He blocks the morph with Karen. I unmorph. And then I regret playing the tap land because then I could unmorph and then draw. Alright, so he blocks the Karen. If he uses the Karen to block my morph, I unmorph and then outlast my Bondkin. That's the plan. Right? Okay. I think the only morph that he'd really be protecting so greedily is probably Ponyback. So if he casts anything next turn, I'm gonna probably gonna bring it low. I don't want 3 Goblin tokens on the floor. tendrils and a trap essence, but no green. But we do have a bring low. I can see him carrying a feat of resistance right now. That would be a bad day. So we're going to swing with the expert. We're going to swing with both, and then when he blocks anything and tries to feed a resistance, we're going to blast it away with bring low. That's the plan. I like that plan. It's a good plan. What he could do is he could double block the Bondkin and then just sit and wait. Or he could do nothing. Okay. Okay. I see what's going on. The morph is pony back. He has feet in hand, and he's either waiting for Trumpet Blast or he's sitting on Rush of Battle. That seems like it would be a good plan. So he's probably going to go for the Alpha Strike next turn. If he taps 4 land, that morph is going down. Kind of want to bring low the Kirin now. No, let's bring low the morph. He's probably got feet in hand, but I need to do something. It was Antioch Tracker, son of a gun. No green source, huh? Thanks for nothing, deck. Thank you for showing up. Let's get the parapet down first. was actually exactly what I wanted. This way it allows me to play Mandrills, keep mana open for Trap Essence. Ooh, okay. We are in this game, it looks like. One. We need a blue available and a red available. And we want to keep a black open too, so we're going to delve out two of these. Pass go. And now we're playing the control game. So at the end of his turn, he's going to be losing a life. Put him on a short clock, and if he tries to cast anything, our mandrills are going to get really big. That went on exactly as planned. Green, black, white. So he has 6 damage on the board, and I'm swinging with a 7/7 trample. Takes it all. Okay. I can bring him down to 1 with the parapet, and that's basically game. This is his last turn. It doesn't really matter. So that's how it's works, sort of. I guess when the deck works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. I guess it requires a lot of junk on the board. Need to survive that. Need to survive to get to the end game. And he has a very aggressive deck. So we need to start putting in. Let's sort by casting cost. Okay, which we did already. How can we make this any lower? I mean, Mastodon would actually be a great addition, but it still costs 5. So put in Mastodon, take out Sultai Soothsayer. Soothsayer? Soothsayer. And what else can we do? I don't think we have trouble punching through, so we're going to take out Barrage of Boulders? Even though it gets rid of all the tokens, huh? Now let's put that back in. Let's take out Jeskai Wind Scout and put in Sultai Banner, because we are having trouble getting both black and green. We've got an Asban banner we could throw in somewhere. I think that's going to be that. Maybe drop the Set Adrift and also put in another banner. Yeah. Because we're definitely having mana problems. And that's the kindest way I'm going to put it. Oh, good God. Okay. I'm going to keep this because we're keeping a 2-lander on the draw with a banner in hand. So that's my excuse. I really hope we don't. I hope we just hit a 3rd land anytime. It'd be really nice not to get mana screwed for the loss here. Could really ramp into something great. Be nice. No land yet. If I draw a tap land, I'd like to draw it next turn and not the turn after. I know it's obvious, but I could just... Oh, here it comes. Forest would be fantastic. Forest. Okay, at least it's not a tap land. Next turn. Here comes the cavalry. Ha 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 ha. Holy smokes. This guy's got some damage on board. Look at this. Okay, so basically we're starting the game at 9. And we're going to be dropping Mastodon next turn. Oh God, I hope we can drop Mastodon next turn. This guy. Talk about nice starts. Wow. We have no red source. It'd be awesome if we could draw something. Holy smokes. Is he going to Trumpet Blast for the win here? That would be amazing. He is. I'm genuinely impressed. Alright, I'm going to break this up into another video because Having trouble keeping the FPS up. Of course, I mean, that guy just had the nut draw. I don't know if there was anything I could have done about that. Yeah, but hey, of course he had it against me, and of course it was on video for your enjoyment. Good God. Alright, round 3 coming up.